Right, this reminds me of this story one time. What was this?
Shut up, nigga.
No, let me tell. No, shut. No, this was like what, second grade,
Pick your hero.
and like
Okay.
and I was just and we just came back, right? So
Yeah.
we were walking, right, and there was this one girl.
Okay.
Wait, what is her name? I cannot remember her name, but she was like, she came up to me, right, and she just straight up kissed me. I swear to God, she just straight up came up and just kissed me out of nowhere. I was like, what?
This bitch?
No, I didn't know her at the time.
Damn, this bitch comes with you and kisses me in the cheek. That is crazy.
No, she kissed me on the lips.
That's what I mean. That was crazy, bro.
Time to do the right thing.
And I literally just met the chick. I didn't just meet her. Like, I knew her, but I just never talked to her. Me and her, like, never talked. But at the time, I was already in a relationship with my ex. Well, at the time, it wasn't my ex, but my ex now.
You mean your girlfriend in the time?
Yeah, my girl at the time.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture
Okay,
the
Ron.
mission area.
What happened?
Got it?
What happened?
After that, they were like, yo, you see, you getting played, bruh. You getting played. I'm like, bro, shut your asses up.
I don't think that's the welcoming
That is
committee.
crazy.
Bruh, there was another one. What was this? The girl that, I think I showed you that video of the girl that showed up at my house. That was my ex, actually. Yeah, my ex.
Sweet moves, right?
Don't tell me your ex bitch comes into your house, nigga. Whoa.
Yeah.
So anyone that fought you with your ex?
But me and her, like, broke up, like, sophomore year. Cause, she was, like, believing this one dude, all these rumors about me. And she was like, oh, I think we should take a break. You know how they are. But me and her broke up.
Yeah, they did some funny shit, bro.
But we remain friends, though. That's the thing. We remain friends for a while. We remain friends, and we still talk. So we so she was like, oh, can I stay over at your place? Cause my mom, something about her mama, or her mama abused her or something like that.
Okay, and how's that my problem?
No, that's what she told me. This was like, what was this, like lunch? Cause I just got ROTC at the time, and she was like, can I stay at your place? And cause I got nowhere else to go. My mama been abusing me and all this and that. So I was like, we, yeah, but I ended up did taking her to my house though. I did end up doing that. But like after I took her back, she was like, she came in, she sat on my bed, and she was like, no, we didn't do nothing, well, yet, but you know, we made out and whatnot, but we didn't like, you know, but then we didn't like, you know, have sex and none of that, cause I knew my mom was gonna come back, cause I knew my mom was gonna be back soon, so she left, right? Then I was like, alright, she gonna leave and, you know, she ain't gonna do all this bull. Turns out she ran back.
Yeah.
She came back to the house. She came back
Possible.
cause like she hopped on my bus.
Huh? What you mean?
So like when we got out of school, and so she hopped on my bus, cause I thought she was gonna, you know, hop on her bus and just, you know, walk to my house. No, she ended up hopping on my
30
bus.
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
And she ended up coming over, and she was like, and she knocked on the door too. That's the crazy part. She knocked on the door, and she like, I'm here. I'm like, wait, what?
That is crazy.
Battle starts in 5,
But
4,
I mean, my mom.
They come back for a second round.
1.
No, come on. No, my mom came back home though. That's the thing. My mom came back home, and she was like, who's this girl at my house?
You mean our mama?
Yeah. But she came back. She came back to the house and she was like, who's this girl at my house? I was like, my ex? And she was like, yo, ex? I was like, yeah, you remember what happened? She was like, oh, that chick. I'm like, yeah. So she ended up calling the sheriff on her. She saw Rockdale on her. I swear.
Your powers are mine! Tremble before fast!
And
Nah, that's crazy. Mama,
like she called the cops showed up, arrested her and whatnot. And she didn't show up to school for like 2 weeks. Cause I think she got sent to her mama pulled up. I forgot. So I want to thank you. You know how mamas be. So I was like, sure. And after that, she came back. Me and her still on good terms to this day. But after all that, I did not expect her to show up back. The first girl that wanted to have sex with me.
okay. I know where this is going.
No, you remember the chick. But ooh, this reminds me of
Hey, brother, hold on. On Snapchat 30 minutes. Or text me saying, how old is she? Yo. Bitch, do I know you?
we'll let you know you. But this is what was this? 8th grade year. Bro, I will never forget this. And I got an ISS for some reason. I forgot what the reason was, but I had got an ISS. I think it was like a fight or something. And there was this other girl in there. I think it was my dang, what was her name? Talia, there it goes.
Alright.
And she was one of them ghetto girls too. The ones that be fighting and whatnot. Like she be them ghetto fighters. The girls that be like trying to fight and whatnot.
Captured more than half of the mission area.
Oh, shit, that bitch is...
Yeah.
What am I? Invisible?
And she was like, what you in here for? At the time, I was actually hacking. I was a hacker. I actually hacked into the school or something like that. I think that's why I got it. Says because I had, yeah, I actually, I think I still got, though. But, and she like, oh.
Hacking to fucking school, bro. That's...
No, the reason I did was because my other ex at the time,
Yeah.
she actually was threatening my sister. Yeah, she was threatening my sister. You, yeah, something like that. And she was like, oh, I'm in here for fighting and whatnot. And she was like, oh, how you know? And my homeboy at the time, Sean, he was like, hey, bro, you gonna holler at?
How is that nigga? Hold on, how is that nigga?
I was like 14 at the time. She was like 15. She was like 15 when I met her. I don't know what happened to her.
No, I'm talking about that homeboy, that guy that was always friends with you. How is he, bro?
He was about he was about 15 at the time. But at the time, he was like, "Bro, you gonna holler at her?" I was like, "She fine, fuck. I might holler."
Poor villain. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
And
I tear through the cloudless night. Just
Eat nuts and kick.
I tear through the cloudless night.
and
So I know what you're talking about.
like she was like dark skin, braids. Yeah,
Damn. That must be fine as shit. She like
she
that.
was.
Did she have tattoos?
She didn't have any tattoos at the time. She had them like big ass hoop earrings, them big ass hoop earrings.
Friends call me Mark. Or
30
Steven.
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I'm so tired off in that suit.
But I mean, me and her was actually chill though. Me and her were actually good friends. Me and her started, so they were like, the girl that Sean was dating. He was dating some white girl. I
Oh,
don't,
hell no. The white
Battle
bitches.
starts in 5,
but she was actually pretty chill though. The girl he was dating.
2, 1.
I think they still dating though.
You know that's a
All
lie.
you need to do is capture the
that's a
mission
lie.
area.
No, but they were actually pretty chill though.
Underneath my caustic exterior,
Not for long. See, you know there's girls always do that shit.
But me and her was,
I see you, sniper.
me and her was So they were like, you should ask her out. We know you the way you know you like her and whatnot. At the time, yeah, I did like her for real. But
The mission area
and she was like,
capture now.
they were like, would you go out with her? She was like, yeah.
Better look behind you. We got it.
Damn, that's wild.
So I asked her out. She said yeah.
A gift from Khonshu.
So what happened, gang?
So she was like, you need to come to my track meet, cause she started doing track.
This is gonna hurt.
And,
Hold on, let me get this straight. You tell me every nigga wants to date her?
no, I was dating her,
Oh shit.
cause I asked her out when was that? I forgot when, but
Rise and fall.
she was like, you need to come to my track meet. You should and whatnot. I was like, sure. So my mom was there, right? She was sitting in the that little car lane or whatnot. And she like, who's the chick? I'm like, my girlfriend. And she like, another one? Cause I just got out of a relationship with my other ex. And
A gift from Khonshu.
damn.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, the way that bitch fucking roasted your ass, gang, that was wild.
But I did show up at her track meet and, you know, watched her race and whatnot. Her mama was there too. That's the crazy part. Her mama was there. And her mama was like, so this the boy you date? She like, yeah. Me looking like, damn. But this is,
So mother, with your nigga, like,
I mean, she was chill. Her mom was chill though.
Tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
Her mom was chill for real.
I am Loki, god of mischief and the king of
30 seconds before you
I ain't
attack.
gonna lie, gang, that shit must be crazy.
It wasn't really for real.
Hey, bro, you know everybody acts like they chill, bro, but you know that shit isn't really chill.
I never wanted to be Iron Man, but it worked out for him. I'm your friendly neighborhood
You know that
Spider-Man.
shit.
Eve,
Oh yeah.
someone's got
The
But
battle starts in
everybody acts like a
5,
bitch, bro.
4,
Not all of them, but
2, 1.
Some of them.
yeah.
All you need to do is capture
But
the
this
area.
this year this one then fast forward a couple weeks.
Heroes get the job.
Then Valentine's Day was coming
Times
up.
like these,
Yeah.
we can't afford hesitation.
So she was like, "What you gonna give me for Valentine's Day?" I was like, "I'll figure it out." She was like, "All right, cool." So my mom, she was like, "Oh, you can." I was like, my mom was like, "Oh, you can get her this and whatnot."
Our mama.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway.
Bitch.
But my mom was like, get her this. Come at the time, my mom was doing that not candle, but that candy bouquet thing that she was doing.
Exploding plasma. We're finding our
So she was pretty that, and she was so she gave her she made this like big old what was it? It was something she made. It was like some candy basket or something like that.
deep freeze.
And so I saw her the next day. This was about Valentine's Day. So I was like, oh, here's your Valentine's Day gift and whatnot. And she was like, you know what turns me on is when you grab my neck. No, I swear, I was like, wait, what? Wait, is she trying to? Has she trying to here? And I was like, wait, are you trying to, are you trying to, like, she was trying to, like, are you really trying to, like, fuck right here, right now? And she was like, yeah. I was like, bro, you realize where we at? So she like, alright, meet me outside. I was like, alright. So like, what was this? This like a few couple periods later. Then I was saying, who was it? ELA class. And I get a text. And it was like, what was it? It was like, come outside. I was like, who just texted me? No, I was like, who texted me? And she was like, it's me, Talia. I was like, how did you get my number? She like, your homeboy Fernando gave it to me. I was like, oh, not surprised. So I'm like, all right, bet. So, I meet her out there, and she's just sitting there, and she's just like waiting outside with like this like big. Like, what you thought I meant by that? No, like she wanted to like actually like do it.
Damn.
So she like take off your pants.
Oh, like that?
Like, bro, I didn't even get 2 seconds out the door.
She really went for that shit.
Bro, I was like, bro, we right near the camera. She like, all right, let's go outside. I was like, all right. So we go outside.
Alright.
I kid you not. Not even 2 seconds out the door, she pulls me and just like we're just kissing and making out. But I swear I think she stuck her tongue down her throat at one point. She probably did for all I know. She was like that. She was a freak.
Man, that bitch doesn't want to play around with you,
Someone's
dude.
gotta guard the galaxy.
I'm not anyone's sidekick.
Someone's gotta guard the galaxy.
And we like,
She just been at it for that shit.
yeah. And then she like take off her pants right now. I was like, damn.
Bitch, can't that nigga have some thing?
No, I swear to God, she unbuckled my pants. Oh shit.
I found a family out here in space, and I'll
30
do
seconds
whatever it
before
takes
you
to keep
attack.
them safe.
Get ready.
You're leaking down there, Ultron?
No, I'm not. And you're misbehaving like a child, Stark.
I know. I wished for a good robot last Christmas, yet here you are, leaking.
Sigh. I'm not planning on humanity to ever mature anyway.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Typical Hydra. Rebuild the space-time continuum and defeat 2 Dr. Dooms. Piece of cake.
Oh, sweet moves, right? Oh boy.
Sniper, get to cover.
No stopping the Star-Lord.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. They captured the mission area!
But like a couple, I forgot. But yeah, she was going at it too. She was in doggy style, but I ain't gonna say what happened. What happened during it, because you know, YouTube is a minefield nowadays. YouTube is a minefield nowadays.
It pleases me to be
So, yeah. But she was in. So after we finished and whatnot, we go back and then she was like, can you come on my house? I was like, I guess. She's like, all right, I'll see you then, baby. So, no, she called me baby. And
Target neutralized.
No stopping
so after school, I'll go over to her house. Cause her house not that far from me. It was on like a good little walk. So I'll go over to her house. She like, can we go to her room? I like, sure. I like, for what though? She like, I'm trying to do something. I'm like, what you trying to do? And so we go to her room.
Keep going. I am ready to put
I kid you not. This girl threw me on the goddamn bed. It was just going at it. I didn't even get, like, I swear to you, I didn't even get to, like, process nothing. This bit was a freak. But she was actually, she had some tricks on her. I will give her that. They,
Fantastic!
so we do our thing and whatnot. So I go back home, and my mom's like, "Where you were at?" I was at my girl's house. She like, oh. I was like, yeah. She like, did you have a nice time? No, like, I kid you not. She said, did you have a nice time? I was like, yeah. I hope you didn't have too much fun. I swear to God, Ma said that.
Space, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep him safe.
Um, I was like, yeah, we had fun and whatnot. And she like, that's
30
good.
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I was like, yeah. So the next day at school, yo, I'm talking to her. Then my ex walks up. She like, I heard you with a new chick. I'm like, yeah. She like, what happened to what we had? I was like, we talking about what we? Who's we? I'm like, who's we? Man, I broke up with you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But, cause I broke up with her for, what was it?
To the mission area.
Cause she was like, yeah. It was that. And she like talked to my homeboy. She was trying to holler at my homeboy at the time. My homeboy, Fernando. I think they two together though. I mean, I can't blame them. Not really.
The mission area is yours faster now.
But, she was like,
Mission area is yours.
I mean, yeah. Cause she already met my family and whatnot, right? So she talking like, who you think you are? You want to replace me? I still love you, you know, that bull. So I was like, I replaced you because you cheated, lied about your whole entire lifestyle, talk about you live in a mansion and whatnot.
No stopping the Star-Lord.
But and she like, oh my mom in the military. She gonna come find you and whatnot and some. Yeah, I know. And this is the funny part. She said, "Oh, my mom's an author and she's gonna write a book about how you ruined my life or some bull." I was like, "Girl,
I am ready to put on a show.
I didn't even say girl. I was like, bruh, I don't want you. I left you for a reason. I don't know, but she had some stuff going. She had some mental stuff going. But after she tried to start stuff and whatnot.
Area is almost yours.
It appears some timelines feature a very different version of me.
You're mine.
Moral of the story: don't ever go back to your exes. Don't ever talk to your exes, man. You might want, but after they're all that. So me and her leave, me and my girl leave, and then she like, that's your ex? I'm like, yeah. She dating my homeboy now, and she was like, bro, you want me to take care of her? I'm like, nah, I got it. So next day, I swear to you, her and my girl got into a fight the next day. And they were like throwing hands to him, going pop, pop, pop. Like they were like, pop. Who you think you talking to? Pop, pop. Yo, they going off too. No, they were fighting. They were throwing hands. They were throwing hands and whatnot. So, they throw hands and whatnot. So later the fight's broken up. My girl go on ISS. So I go visit her. I kid you not. She ran out the door, hugged me, and just started kissing me.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Yeah.
I am beyond my pit.
I never wanted to be Iron Man. But it worked out for everybody.
Not my ex, my girl. So she like, where you been at? I was like, I was in class. Why, are you good? She like, yeah, your ex in here. I'm like, don't tell me y'all two fought again. And she like, nah. So but it turned out they was fighting there for real.
I won't shy away from a fight.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be in the lab.
I knew damn well they were fighting. So I was like, bro, you can't be fighting her. You gonna get more time. And she was like, okay, baby, I won't fight her.
Victor's always had a way of bringing
But if she touches you again, I'ma beat your ass. I'ma beat her ass. I'm not beat my ass. She gonna beat her ass. I'm like, damn. It's like that? She like, yeah.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
So
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
after all that, we were chilling. Me and her broke up a couple of days later because of some other stuff that she was doing. Yeah. But I mean, we were chill though. We still talk to this day.
Whoa, that wasn't really academic.
And moral of the story, yeah. Don't talk to your exes. Trust me, I know. Anna still talks to you.